gentlemen, to JWF Monday Night Ignition. I'm your host, Silver Spoon, joined as always by a man who I consider my captain in this upcoming war. It's Captain Tibbs.
Thank you, Sills. Another week closer to war. Another week until it's all over but the crying.
That's right, JWF is taking on our developmental territory, JXT. And of course, this all started a few short weeks ago when a man who we once considered the hero of the JWF, Scottye Moore, made his return to this company and basically declared war, said that he and all of his friends down in JXT, that they could take us out. And Tibbs, let me tell you something, I can't believe it.
Of course you can't believe it, Sills. I mean, think of the audacity that it takes to bring a bunch of untested stars and break them upon the rocks of the JWF.
That is right, but let's be honest, Scottye Moore, he's been infiltrating the ranks of JWF. We've seen men like the Blockbusters, Robert Hill, JWF superstars go over to the side of JXT. But there's one man who decided to come back over to the JWF, and it is the man known as the Bee, Blake Tanner, making his return to the company. The captain's champion last week came out, beat down every JXT superstar in sight, and made it clear where he stood in the war between JWF and JXT.
Absolutely, Sills. Regardless of the history that Blake Tanner has had over this last year, him with the Captain's Championship, standing as an ally to JWF, that is a huge win.
That is right, and of course the man who Blake Tanner attacked was none other than Gozzie. Someone Blake actually used to consider an associate, someone Blake used to associate with right now, and that's what led to this match right now, Blake Tanner versus Gozzie. And you can see Blake Tanner sporting that Captain's Championship before handing it off to our referee, Shibata. And what the hell? What's Gozzie thinking? He took the belt.
That's just disrespectful, Sills.
That's right. Look at this. Gozzie walking around the ring holding the Captain's Championship to the sky, acting like he might be the true champion. I mean, let's not forget Blake Tanner. Many people did say he stole his championship win away from Gozzie. It looks like Gozzie's just rubbing his nose in it.
Preposterous, Sills. There's no stealing when a win is a win is a win.
That's right, but you can see Blake Tanner asking Shibata to call for the bell, and there it is. And oh my God, he rolled him up. Schoolboy, 1, 2, 3. And in the span of less than 10 seconds, Blake Tanner has just embarrassed Gozzie. Look, Gozzie doesn't even know that the match is over. I don't think he even know it started.
That's it, Sills. That's that veteran attitude of Blake Tanner. That's why he's one of the best in the business. He saw an opportunity that Gozzie was distracted. Gozzie was tooting his own horn as he speaks. He was trying to rub his nose in the Captain's Championship, and the Captain's Champion would not abide.
That's right, and let's not forget the Captain's Champion. He is not done when it comes to JXT superstars. He's going to be facing off against the JXT BS Champion, Falcor, in just a few short weeks. Let me tell you something. There's a big difference between Gozzie and Falcor, and I do not think Blake is going to have that advantage.
I don't know, Sills. We haven't seen much out of Falcor recently since his big title win. But Falcor, of course, is a dragon.
That is right, but Blake Tanner's in our ring right now, and he might have something to say to Gozzie, to Scottye Moore, hell, maybe even to that dragon. So why don't we go down to the ring and have a listen?
All style and no substance as usual, Gozzie. Give it a D-. All right, everybody. Let's get something out of the way right now. I don't want too many rumors to spread. I'm not going to be crossing the line to fight in someone's pointless war. I won't be there on the side of JWF or JXT. I'm going to that bloated, overbooked nonsense of a show to do something that only I can do. And that's kick my best friend Scottye Moore's ass. And if doing that means running through the entire JXT roster, then damn it, I will ride them down and show no mercy to the fallen. I don't care if it's Papa Bliss. I don't care if it's the Jebediah. I don't care if it's my opponent at Crossing the Line, one of my favorites, someone I hold in the highest regard, Falcor the Stoppable. I'm going to run them all down and do what Blake Tanner does best. Embarrass Scottye Moore and show him that we are not his playthings or his puppets, and that he doesn't always get his way. You know what makes me sick when I think about all this? Scottye Moore still thinks of JXT like it's his baby. He looks at that roster and sees his own little kingdom and thinks that all of it was because of one man, himself. What he seems to forget, though, is that there's been someone else down there with him this whole time. Someone working just as hard to build that kingdom. Someone who took every broken wreck who had nowhere else to go and made them into some of the greatest wrestlers of this generation, and that is me. But Scottye Moore ripped all of that away from me. He took our wide-eyed and hopeful students and turned them into self-obsessed, hateful monsters. I taught a lot of those guys everything they know when it comes to professional wrestling. But that also means that I know their strengths, their weaknesses, and where to hit them where it hurts. That's why I can pin each and every single one of them. It doesn't matter who. Because I might have taught them everything they know, but not everything that I know. And Blake Tanner is going to take all of his students to class one last time at Crossing the Line.
Well, Tim, strong words there from Blake Tanner, and it seems like he says he's not on the side of JWF, not on the side of JXT, but it certainly seems he's coming into this with a vendetta against Scottye Moore. I mean, let's not forget, Blake Tanner, up until recently, hadn't won a match the entire year, and a lot of people say that comes back to the breakup of the dynasty, the group Blake Tanner and Scottye Moore made famous.
That might be true, Sills. Of course, Blake Tanner, he's got a lot of personal stakes riding on this. The JXT wasn't just a thing of Scottye Moore's creation. As Blake Tanner said, he was there all along. He was there helping to teach the new talent. He was helping train everybody. He helped build that foundation up brick by brick, just as much as Scottye Moore did in some ways.
That's right, and let's not forget, I mean, Blake Tanner and Scottye Moore, they've had their ups and their downs, but one thing Scottye Moore has never been able to do is get one over on Blake Tanner. Singles matches, triple threats, Scottye Moore has never been able to successfully beat Blake Tanner. And you know, Blake aligning himself, whether he likes to admit it or not, alongside the JWF, it has got to be itching in Scottye Moore's crop.
Absolutely, Sills. You gotta wonder, what was Scottye Moore thinking when he decided not to take Blake Tanner and when he was more than willing? It's got to go back to Sills. Maybe Scottye Moore's never been able to beat Blake Tanner in the ring, so he wanted to beat him in the mind.
Well, that is definitely... Oh, wait, hold on. Apparently, backstage, there's an altercation going on between Scottye Moore and the man who just lost that match, the Nightmare, Gozzie. What's going on? I'm sorry. Can you please look me in the eyes and tell me exactly what the fuck I just saw out there? You get caught up with some shiny little bauble with Captain Tibbs' fucking name on it, and you let him roll you the fuck up? What kind of fucking amateur shit is that? What's wrong with you? I mean, Gozzie, do you think this is a joke? I mean, we've never gone over it, but to me, this seems serious. I mean, you think you can really just go out there and pull shit like that with me?
I'm sorry, sir.
Sorry? Oh yeah, you better be fucking sorry. I mean, I bring you into this company, strap a literal rocket to your ass, let you beat me at Summerfest, tell the whole world, oh no, Gozzie, he broke my arm, he's so dangerous, and how do you fucking repay me, huh? Because trust me, I wasn't just off fucking about for those 3 months, I was watching. I was watching week in and week out, Gozzie, and guess what I saw? I saw you lose. Every single night, Gozzie's on the card. Well, let's make sure the boy's performing right. And then I would see you pinned into the mat. How's that supposed to make me look, right? I mean, everybody looks at me like I'm a fucking joke because I lost to the guy who can't fucking get it done. Gozzie, I am a former JWF heavyweight fucking champion. I've won the Regal Rumble. I am become Mr. Cash in the Bag. Damn near everything you can do in this company. I have done it, and I have done it successfully. I am the baddest motherfucker in this company, and every time you step into that ring and lose, it doesn't just affect you, Gozzie. It affects me.
Okay, I understand. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It is time for us to rebuild. Look, tonight, I want you to forget about that match. Forget it ever happened. Forget Blake Tanner beat you in 10 fucking seconds because I'm going to need you at 100%, bud. I'm going to need you to make the audience forget this whole Blake Tanner debacle ever happened. Tonight, I need the Nightmare to live up to his fucking name. Well, ominous phrasing there from Scottye Moore right there, but I'll tell you, if I was Gozzie, I don't know why I'd want to be on the side of this guy.
I don't know, Sills. It might be what we like to call a little bit of the Stockholm Syndrome.
That's right, but it seems like Scottye Moore absolutely furious with Gozzie, not just seemed almost like this match was the breaking point. I mean, in the past, we've seen Gozzie lose to the Dylan, lose to Blake Tanner. Gozzie has not had the best year since Summerfest, and it seems like Scottye Moore is just incorporating a little bit of tough love, trying to knock him back on his feet.
I don't know, Sills. Gozzie might not have even had the best Summerfest if Scottye Moore is to be believed, letting Gozzie win.
That is right. But one man who I know will not let anybody win, not let anybody get an advantage, is the JXT champion, the man known as Chuck Gibbons. Now, Tibbs, we of course know in a couple short weeks he is set to face our champion, Guy Fieri. And Tibbs, let me tell you something. Chuck Gibbons, we've discussed his accolades, defeating Kenny Omega and Hangman Page, being the only man to ever hold both the BS and JXT titles at the same time. But at the same time, we do need to think about Guy Fieri. A lot of people are counting him out going into this match, but Guy Fieri, two-time King of the Steel City holder, multiple-time tag team champion, and of course, our current JWF champion. If Gibbons is coming to this match expecting an easy walk in the park, I don't think it's coming to it.
Absolutely not, Sills. Gibbons, he might be the biggest fish in that small pond of JXT, but can we really know if he can even stand up to the biggest fish we got right here, Guy Fieri? A big fillet of fish, if you might even say.
That is right. Now, I know Guy Fieri's had him one or two fillet of fishes in the past, but for right now, Chuck Gibbons has crossed the line. He is here in JWF, and the JXT champion has a message for Guy Fieri. Let's have a listen.
Well, JWF Universe, I have a question for you. How's it feel to get a look at what a real champion looks like? Because I've been looking around here and all of your quote-unquote talent that you've got to offer, and to me, not a damn one of them can hold a candle to old Chuck Gibbons. I am stronger, I am faster, I am more powerful than anybody you have around here. When I was told I was facing the JWF champion, I'll be honest, I was excited, because a championship belongs around the waist of the biggest fighter in your company. I was prepared to face off against Momoa Curry, even that young gun Chuck Tibbs, a I was prepared to face off against one of those men who I knew would give me a fight. But instead, who do I discover has your most important title in the entire business? Guy Fieri. Now, Guy, believe me, you're a great hand. I've seen you in the ring, and I know what you can do, which is why I'm frankly disappointed. You see, last week you came out here and you told the truth. You said that JXT was full of grade A American steak. Grade A American steak that hasn't touched the fire yet. Well, let me tell you something, son. I know what I'm about. And to me, I'd rather take a rare steak over your well-done ass any day. In fact, after I beat you at crossing the line, I might just come back and throw your ass on the fire and take that JWF championship from you. How's that sound for you, food boy?
Well, Tibbs, that wasn't just a shot across the bow. That was a damn cannon blast from Chuck Gibbons. And it looks like he has made a threat. If he comes out successful in his match against Fieri at crossing the line, he might come back and just win the whole damn title.
Absolutely, Sills. That is quite the declaration. You got to wonder how that makes Guy Fieri feel.
That's right. I mean, Chuck Gibbons, he knows what he is about, and he is about winning championships. And Guy Fieri, let me tell you something, he might have had a small target on his back, but that target just got a whole lot bigger with the king of suplexes, the old school champion, on his back.
Of course, Sills. He is not somebody that you want to tango with. He's not somebody that you want to take lightly, this Chuck Gibbons. He is the real deal, and I cannot stress that enough. He is probably the heaviest hitter that they've got in JXT right now.
That's right, but if you want to talk about our heavy hitters, Tibbs, I want to talk about our tag team champions. Men who at the beginning of this year, I'll be honest, didn't know each other. First time they met, they wanted to beat the living hell out of each other. Then comes Summerfest, they become the tag team champions. I am, of course, talking about the team of Hammerman and Fomo-san, but there has been a bit of a dark cloud lingering over the head of the Rising Suns, and that dark cloud is Fomo-san. I mean, let's not forget, Fomo-san was one of the most successful champions JXT has ever had. And in this world where we don't know who's on our side and who isn't, I think Fomo-san's one of those people we're looking at.
Of course, Sills, but you gotta wonder if the bond that he's created with the VWO, with some of our JWF All-Stars here in the Hammerman, in Griffin Clouds, and Justin Clouds, if that bond is stronger than what he had in JXT. And Sills, honestly, I'm willing to say yes.
That is right, but we have sent one of our top interviewers backstage with Fomo-san and the Hammerman, our tag team champions, to hear what they have to say to all of these accusers in the JWF universe. Let's have a listen.
Hello everybody, Honeypot legal in 11 states here, with the men who are set to face off against the JXT champions, back in black, in just a few short weeks, the Rising Suns. Now, many JWF superstars have gone over to the side of JXT in the past few weeks, leading many to fear that others may join them, especially you, Fomo-san. As a former JXT BS champion, how do you respond to these accusations?
It is true. My time in JXT was short, but dominant. Many people considered me an unstoppable beast, and when I obtained the JXT BS championship, no one could stop me. In fact, the only person who was able to pry the belt from my grasp was, ironically enough, a man who has turned to the side of JXT, Robert Hill. But you see, the Hammerman and myself, we don't care about JXT or JWF. We care about professional wrestling. That's right, FOMO. as far as we're concerned, this little feud between JXT and JWF is nothing more than just another way for Scottye Moore to fuel his already overblown ego. Both shows bring to the table anything you could ever want in the world of wrestling. JWF has storylines and personalities that bring people to the table, and JXT has the wrestling that makes people stay at that table. You see, FOMO and myself, we would be proud to defend these tag titles over our shoulders against any team from JXT, JWF. It doesn't matter. We'd be happy to face any of the superstars that we've seen come out recently. Hell, I wouldn't mind giving Robert Hill's undefeated streak a go, but look, to me, the only war that's going to happen at Crossing the Line is the war that starts when two of the best damn tag teams in the business today go toe to toe. That starts when I stand up against Jebeduk and Bacula and bring them everything that brought us to the dance. And you know something? Why don't we up the ante? At JWF Crossing the Line, unlike everybody else, we don't want to draw a line between JXT and JWF. No, we want to unite them, which is why we're willing to put our tag titles on the line against Back in Black in a winner-take-all ladder match. Tibbs? The man...
Yeah, no, I heard. I can't stop them.
Well, Tibbs, I do want to say this. Between Blake Tanner saying he doesn't care about the war, now our damn tag team champions don't seem to be caring about the war, don't exactly seem like much of a united front we have moving forward.
Well, listen, Sills, that might be how it seems, but it looks like it has become, for some of our wrestlers, more than the war. They're still going to be fighting in it, is going to be the big thing for me, but they care about defeating their opponents, which to me is arguably more important than this war. They care about the fight. They care about the victory. And honestly, Sills, that's all I could ever hope for.
That's right, and that's all going to be happening at Crossing the Line. But before we can get to that, we got to get through next week's episode of JWF Monday Night Ignition, during which Guy Fieri is actually going to be teaming up with Blake Tanner to take on the team of Chuck Gibbons and Falcor. It is an all-champions tag team match, and Tibbs, let me tell you something. It's something that can't miss.
Absolutely, Sills. It looks like this is shaping up to be quite a war.
That's right. In addition, we are going to hear from the tag team champions Back in Black after the team known as the Rising Suns just let them know, hey, we'll show you mine if you show you yours. I'm willing to put it all on the line. And I think Back in Black is going to have a lot to say in response to this challenge. And of course, in addition, we're gonna Tibbs, look up on the ramp. That's Funky Flossie. That's 1/4 of Team JWF. And Tibbs, he is absolutely beaten to hell. What the hell?
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh no, and listen to that. The music of Team JXT coming out. And look at them. They are now just pouncing on Funky Flossie like a pack of wolves. This is horrifying.
Oh, those bastards. They don't think they can win in a fair fight, so they do this?
That's right. And oh, God, look at this. Gozzie grabbing Funky Flossie by the arm. Of course, earlier tonight, Scottye Moore issuing that didact to Gozzie, saying he wants the Nightmare here, and it looks like Gozzie's about to do it. He has his arm. He is getting ready to break the arm of Funky Flossie. This is horrifying.
My God, no, stop!
Oh, Tibbs. This could have been so much easier for you, you know? I mean, you could have just accepted my challenge for a match at Crossing the Line, gave me the company for the rest of the year. There was just so much you could have done to avoid such needless violence. Oh my God, Gozzie! Gozzie just snapping the arm of Funky Flossie. He might have just pulled the shoulder out of joint. Oh my God! You see, Tibbs, all I wanted was a match. All I wanted was for you to be a real captain. Because they say a real captain goes down with his ship, and right now it seems to me that your ass is laying on the shore watching your company crash and burn before your very eyes. And you know you could have stopped it. You see, that's the sad thing. You see everything happening in this ring. You see one of your superstars being broken and beaten, and you know you could stop it. All you have to do is accept the terms, sign the contract, and fight me at crossing the line. Well, we're waiting. All right, well, boys, who wants the other arm? Let's just wishbone this motherfucker, see if that'll get through to this guy, okay?
All right,
Bone Crusher,
fine, stop! You stop, just let him go. Let him go. Fine, you want a tango with Tibbs? You got your match, Scotty. Crossing the line, Captain Tibbs, Scottye Moore, nautical rules.
And when I win...
If you win, boy, then Scottye Moore gets control over the JWF for the rest of the year. The rest of the year, no longer.
Oh, Tibbs, you see, was that so hard? And just like that, little funky Flossie down here is free to live another day. Look how lappy he looks. Look at this big, bright, bloody smile. In fact, I think he just looks a little too happy. Gozzie, could you take care of that? Oh, God, he broke his arm again. And Tibbs, that is horrifying. Gozzie has just snapped that arm. And look at that. He's just lying limp next to him. And now Gozzie's picked him up. And an SMG from Scottye Moore sends Funky Flossie straight to the mat. We got to get some people out here.
Damn son of a bitch.
It looks like Scottye Moore has just sent a statement in the form of Funky Flossie, the sacrificial lamb in the center of the ring. You see that blood pooling around his head. We got medical personnel checking on him. Meanwhile, our security staff trying their damnedest to get JXT out of here. This is horrifying.
I can't believe they do this, Sil. Even after he got what he wanted. This is cruel on a needless base level. If Scottye Moore wants to bring that kind of cruelty, he doesn't know what he's asking for, Sills. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what Tibbs is capable of. And damn it, he's gonna find out. Break it out, boys. I'm getting the stem cells.
Okay. Apparently Tibbs is getting stem cells, but looks like we're gonna have us a contract signing next week for Captain Tibbs and Scottye Moore ahead of their match at Crossing the Line, ladies and gentlemen. But until then, he's been Captain Tibbs, I've been Silver Spoon, and this has been JWF Monday Night Ignition, and we will see you next time.